So now we are going to show you how to restore iPad from the backup from the MDM solution. What's the name of the solution?
AirWatch.
AirWatch, yes. Right now we have Roy over here. Say hi, Roy.
Hi guys. So we're ready to go. Just like in the last video, I've already set everything up. I've got two iPads here that I'm going to restore at the same time.
Hold on one sec. I just want it for slowly. Do you want to turn them on?
Sure. So you can assume these have just been brought in from rooms and they need to be restored. So as you can see, they've got a bunch of icons on them, meaning they're not ready to go. So what I'll do to start is I always factory wipe. So we'll go to reset, erase all content and settings, erase. We'll do the same here. Always do that to start. It'll take a few seconds for them to come up. One thing I am going to do, I'm going to do both of these at the same time. So I want to name them FSBH Spare 3 and FSBH Spare 4. So I've got this little checkbox in here which should sequentially number them starting at 3 because that's the number I have in there. So as soon as these pop up again, we'll hook them up and I'm ready to go.
So Roy, you know that I'm going to send this video to Cody, right?
Hopefully he likes it better than my last videos. Just kidding. Everybody liked the enrollment videos. They were very successful. So one is ready. And just to note, the process in Toronto is a little bit different.
Oh, that is because they are Canadians. So do you want to talk about the process over there, Roy? What is different?
The process in Toronto is they actually go in here first to supervise. And I believe what they're doing is they supervise the devices by filling this out and pushing the Wi-Fi profile. They just don't push the enrollment profile. They wait for that to finish, and then they come back in here to prepare, and then they only push the enrollment profile. So it's a two-step process, whereby this is a one-step process. I think theirs might be a little faster because it requires less manual intervention. But anyway, we're ready. So as you can see, these are factory wipes, so I'll hook them up to our little system here. You can see the lights come on. One other thing to make sure is that down here on the screen, yeah, you can see one of these isn't connected very well because this number only shows 1. So let me get a better connection. There we go. So now both of them are showing up. So now all I have to do is click this prepare button. One second. So click prepare. It'll ask me if I really want to do it. I'll click apply. So now you can see both of the iPads here, and it'll estimate time remaining. I'll pull one of these down just so you can see the steps. Just as a note, it's way faster if you're already on the correct iOS version. So if it has to upgrade the iOS, it takes a little bit longer. If you're already on the current version, which as of this video is 7.0.4, then you're good to go. So you'll see these restoring. It does take a few minutes.
But this is only the first time once we enroll the iPads into our system. Moving forward, we do not have to do any more enrollments, and we can do, I would say, 70 to 80% of the stuff through the AirWatch.
Oh, right.
Utility.
Right. I mean, this is only if you have maybe a new iPad that you have to put in the room, or one completely breaks, or something like that. But just like pushing an app or unenrolling the device, you can do over the air, obviously. Clearing the passcode, you can obviously do from the console. So this is going to be a rare occurrence. We've had to do it a lot in the past couple of days because we're enrolling into the system. But anyway, this is the part that's key. So you'll see, actually we'll go here on the screen, see where it says waiting for device to be ready? All that means is we need to punch in the Wi-Fi and a few little other information. So we'll slide to start. We'll click trust to trust the computer, and then click the Wi-Fi. Then we'll type in the password, join. Just take a second.
In the meantime, should we do the other one?
Yeah, I'll do the same thing over here.
Because it's my understanding there is a certain time limit that you have to
You've
do.
got, at first I thought it was kind of short. It turns out it's actually more to the tune of 3 to 4 minutes you have. So we'll click join here. So you have more time than I originally thought to go through this process.
So does that mean, Roy, in the beginning we were horrible?
We were a little slow in the first morning. Anyway, then you'll just enable location services. Do that on both here concurrently, and then it's going to ask you to log into iCloud. So I'll do that as well. As you can see, it already populates the name. It just needs the password the first time, and then it asks you if you want to add security questions. I always say not now.
Next.
And then you're good. From here on, you can let it go, and it'll do the rest itself. Click next. Not now. Now, one interesting thing to note is that even though you've got this great little link here that says getting started, and you probably want to touch it, don't touch anything until basically these devices are removed from configurator. So these devices are still in here, it's still waiting for it to be ready, and as you can see it takes a couple of minutes, then it all syncs up, and now it's going through these steps again. So had we clicked getting started right away, we would have messed up the entire process. So
And we have done that quite a bit.
I've done that a couple of times now. So let's check on the other one as well. Whoops. So one of them actually finished. The other one's going through these last few steps. And
Device ready. Waiting for device to lock screen, sorry. And drop the phone.
so it looks like they're both done. So from here on, AirWatch takes over. So what it's going to do now is push the background screen automatically, which we have set. It's going to push all 3 of our applications automatically, and it's going to push our restrictions automatically through a profile. So I always leave them here for a couple of minutes because I'm usually doing something else. But as of this point, configurator is done. You can go ahead and press getting started, and AirWatch will take care of the rest. If anything doesn't push down automatically, which has happened once or twice in the 300 we've done, I usually just go to the console and push it manually from there, but everything should come down here upon enrollment. So I'll go ahead and press getting started on a couple of these. Let's see what's happened so far. Actually, you can see everything's happened. So the background screen's been changed. We've got the AirWatch agent, the OurStay app, and the Intelli app. So as per our process, I've been moving AirWatch here, moving OurStay here just to get out of the way, then moving this guy down here. As you can see now, we have this nice little screen.
Oh, can we show them how do we configure it too?
Sure. So we can unhook this now. The way to set it up, right now it just says room iPad. It's not set for any particular room. The way you do this is triple tap here, then type in the password. Press login. So there's 2 steps. The first is to change the settings file. Right now it's set to 4seasons_Beverly Hills _mobile _icepad.json. So we actually want to change mobile to in room. Okay, back to configuration, and then for client SID, this is going to be the room number. Click on to set it as a local value, and then here you'll set the
The hotel code.
The hotel code. So FSBH and then whatever the room number is. So let's say it's 511, so 0511.
Yeah, we can do that.
And done. All right. That's all there is to it. You can click done, and if there's anything wrong with it, actually I've already used this code, so if you click done, it'll probably yell at me.
No, it doesn't. You
No.
can have multiple.
Oh, cool.
You can have multiple iPads in the room.
So I now have this one set up for 511. The only other thing we need to do, if this is actually for 511, I named it spare as part of configurator. So as you can see, if you go here to general about, it's called FSBH spare 3. So we can rename that now to 0511. And click done.
And the reason why we do this is because if you want to trace the iPad, if it goes missing, the iCloud is a better utility to trace the iPad. Since the iOS 7 upgrade, Apple does not allow AirWatch to give as many details about the location services as it used to in older previous versions of iOS.
Right, and that number is also going to be how we track it inside AirWatch. So once we change it, it will take a minute or two to pop up, but let's refresh and see if we've got that 0511 here in the console.
Well, they should be here for the original one too, right?
Right, so let's search for, I'll search for 511 here in the device dashboard. And there you go. So right here you've got FSBH 511 and all the information about the device here. So if we need to re-push an app, you can come in here to apps, click install or remove. You can see which profiles are assigned. You can see we have our entering restrictions. See an event log for everything happening on the device. So pretty useful tool for us, but always good to make sure that the device is enrolled correctly here. You can always search for the number. And that's pretty much all there is to it.
Thank you very much, Roy.
Thank you, Nair, for having me here in LA, and anybody watching, it's been fun, and glad we've been successful this week.
Yes. So now Roy is going to go in Phantom. You're going to give him a ride in Phantom, and you're going to take him to Rodeo Drive, right, Roy?
Sure, we'll buy him out. Let's buy out Rodeo Drive. Buy him out.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.